Greetings, flesh wound horror freaks, and welcome to a brand new edition of Flesh Wound Horror. I'm Daniel Shine, joined by Pugs Dread
Namaste. What's up?
and Mike Kruger.
What's up, you sick motherfuckers?
So we're here tonight with some more reviews, our end of the year Crams session, and we'll see. Hopefully, like our last one, this will end up being fruitful. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't talked to you guys about any of these films tonight, so we'll get right into our first film of the evening, which is from director Justin D. Dick, not a porn director.
Well, not yet anyway.
Anything for Jackson. And this one, after losing their only grandson in a car accident, grief-stricken Audrey and Henry kidnap a pregnant woman with dark intentions to perform a reverse exorcism, putting little Jackson inside her unborn child. All right, so another Shudder premiere from not too long ago. I'm really curious to see what you guys thought. What do you think, Kruger?
All right, so this movie's got great cinematography. It's shot really, really well. The story picks up right away and spares no time throwing you right into the action, which I appreciated. And to be honest, this movie's really well paced throughout. The movie's also really well acted. All the characters are really great. The protagonist, Shannon, is a total victim that gets manipulated and taken advantage of by someone she trusted. I was definitely rooting for her. The antagonist, Henry and Audrey, both were contrasted pretty well between their evilness and understandable motive for what they were doing. They both played off each other well, too. It was great to see how their plan would get fucked up and how the other would react to it. I also liked watching both of their sanity slowly drifting away as the scares in this movie came piling in. And there are some great scares. I don't want to give anything away, but we get a scene with character actor Troy James from America's Got Talent fucking absolutely killing it. He's become legit one of my favorite character actors in recent years. And honestly, to this point, I'll watch anything he does. He's fucking awesome. Between his performance in The Void, the jangly man, and scary stories to tell in the dark, and now this, he's the fucking man. The makeup effects were practical, simplistic in some ways, but very well done with all the entities we end up seeing. There's some good kills too. Minimal CGI blood splatter and mostly practical gore. So it was pretty well balanced in that stance. And the movie's conclusion, man, that's its strong state, is it gets batshit crazy. But the ending did leave me wanting more. I wouldn't say I was disappointed because there's a visual that like actually had me say, holy shit, that's fucking scary. But man, the ending left me wanting just like a couple of seconds more of action. And that's the only reason I can't go higher with my rating. Regardless of that, though, this is a great film. I'm going to revisit it soon, and I highly recommend it to anybody that's just into fucking Satan worshiping and fucking the satanic fucking cultist type shit, black magic, all of that stuff, because it fucking covers all of that and concludes a batshit insane ending that should be talked about for years. It kind of reminds me of that movie We Are Still Here, like how crazy that ending gets. It's kind of the same vein and definitely comparable in that stance. So, Pugs, I know you love Satan, so what did you think of this?
Our Dark Lord and Savior. This movie's a goddamn good time. It opens very strong, but also out of nowhere because we're just having a conversation and then shit kicks off. I'm like, oh, I'm in for a treat here. The grandparents, I love the rationale and the way they introduce the satanic stuff is adorable. I laughed my ass off. Like that's the thing. This movie is also very funny. It's kind of dark, but extremely funny. A little dry. But if you're into that shit, I think you're gonna like this. I don't have too many bad things to say except one. I'll hint at it here. There's a character that pops up in the beginning that plays a big important role, and he really doesn't show up until I don't know. That one kind of they're just like, oh shit, let's just drop that in there a little bit. But all is forgiven because it's still a fucking fantastic time. So yeah, highest recommendation on checking this out. And I think the band's called Battle Scar. Father of Lies. That song is fucking hard. So if you take nothing away from the movie, make sure you check that song out. And it's an up and coming band, so they're pretty good.
Well, I think people. Well, I definitely did. I have nothing bad to say about this movie. I thought it was fucking brilliant. Very, very strong horror movie, but as you said, the humor works and it never like detracts from the horror. I mean, the beginning with the grandmother trying to figure out what DTF meant. There's a lot of these little moments, but never takes away from the heartache, the tragedy. I mean, it's a very heavy movie. Julian Richings, been around forever, probably most known for playing Death on Supernatural, but
dude, when he eats his deep dish pizza, it's fucking hard.
He's brilliant. I am so glad to see him getting more like featured roles like this because he's been so good for so long. He was also in The Witch. He played the magistrate or whatever you would call him. He was
also in Man of Steel. But I'll leave my nerd at the door.
Oh yeah, and he's Cube. He was in the opening of Cube, that famous opening. So yeah, the acting is fan-fucking-tastic. It's creepy. It's got the gore. It's got the comedy. This movie hits a home run straight across the board. I had heard a lot of people that had liked this, but man, yeah, this one lives up to the hype for me all the way. I think it's one of the most original films of the year, and yeah, fuck, this one I want to watch again like soon because it kicked my ass.
Nice.
And everybody from top to bottom, like even some of the smaller roles, I thought hit a home run. I don't know, for some people, there's one character that's kind of really on the comedic side that I could see maybe annoying some people, but I don't know. It worked for me.
You won me over. I think you're talking about the same one.
Yeah, well, no, it's not a spoiler to say our ginger.
Oh no! I thought you were talking
dude, that
about
dude went hard in the paint before he went over there. But
right? I thought you were talking about the snow guy, snowplow dude.
Oh yes. Oh god, I fucking love that. No, I love the like the community center.
Yes, but let's not spoil.
I want to believe that's a thing.
I do too.
I brought cookies. So we're going to probably talk a lot more about this one in spoilers, but yeah. All right, Kruger, what do you rate it?
I am a 4.5. If it would have gave me what I wanted at the ending, I would have gave it a 5. But it just left me just wanting a tiny bit more. So 4.5 out of 5. Again, one of the better movies I've seen this year, though. So highly recommend it. Pugs, what do you think?
Well, for me, coming into this session that we're recording, I was a 4. But this little conversation that we've had just reminded me of how fucking fun it was. So I am also a 4.5. And I've heard it through the grapevine. Todd is a 5.
I am a 5. I fucking love this movie. I really do. I'm so glad I got to watch it. I will watch it again. And put Julian Richings in more movies. Fantastic. More featured roles. All right. So on that note, we will move on to our second film of the evening, which also has some buzz from writer, director, and star Jim Cummings, The Wolf of Snow Hollow. Terror grips a small mountain town as bodies are discovered after each full moon. Losing sleep, raising a teenage daughter, and caring for his ailing father, Officer Marshall struggles to remind himself there's no such thing as werewolves. All right. I'm very curious on this one. I Kruger, what did you think of The Wolf of Snow Hollow?
Well, I'll tell you right now, when I first looked up this movie and I found out that the lead actor is also the director, who is also the writer, I was fucking terrified. I was so scared because the last time that happened, it wasn't great. And luckily, this one was pretty good. The movie shot well, looks great. I love the way the story plays out. It's really well paced and quite a few twists and turns I didn't see coming. And I never knew a murder mystery following from a police perspective with a werewolf tie-in would be something with so much depth. But god damn, it really does have its depth in there. I dug all the characters, and I really fell for our main character, Detective John Marshall. He's really just trying his best, not only to deal with his fucking alcohol problem, but his bitch ass ex-wife, and dealing with the whole town in peril, pointing the finger at him for not solving the fucking werewolf case fast enough. I also dug how pissed he would get when anybody would bring up that it may be a wolf. He would fucking lose his shit, flip his lid, and I feel you, homie.
Yelling at the top of his lungs. I loved that part too.
And also his dynamic with his dad was kind of, it was heartwarming and really sad too. The werewolf in this movie is fucking fantastic. He's fucking ruthless, gives no fucks. I love how he would just like kind of appear out of nowhere on screen, and you knew somebody was going to get fucked up. And the effect of the werewolf was a mixture between great practical effects and really high quality CGI. That surprised me. I haven't seen CGI look this good on a horror movie in a bit, and it definitely does. And this may go down as one of my favorite werewolves in recent years. The kills were decent. They had practical gore and some brutality of them to them, but I kind of wish they showed a little bit more because there was some left to be desired, I think. I also wasn't the biggest fan of the ending. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. And it definitely brought the movie down a little bit in my rating. But overall, still a really good film. It's got like some comedy aspects in there, but it's like almost like a dark comedy at times, like a dark horror comedy, I guess would be the best way to put this film. And I can see why people have their issues with it because I have some too. But overall, it's a pretty damn well made film. And considering the guy who wrote it, starred in it, and directed it, you get my fucking stamp of approval, sir. And I'm going to check out the rest of your movies because you did something pretty special here.
Thunder Road. I got to watch that next. That's a pure drama, though. This hits everything I wanted to hit. I did not expect to come out loving a new movie. I fucking love this movie. It borrows from like Silence of the Lamb and Hannibal. It has the dark humor, the dry dark humor hits me so well, especially when he's yelling. I love that. Yeah, the father-son dynamic. And I'll wait to the end. But yeah, the father-son, father-daughter. I was feeling it. I like this guy is just doing his best, and the town and everybody around him are just eating at him. Like he's trying. Fucking relax. He's got a lot of shit going on. The sheriff's whoever that girl was, I don't know her rank, loved her. Fucking smartest person in the room, and no one listens to her. So that I do like. I always like that when like, well, if you would listen to me, it would have been cool. I really have no negative things to say other than maybe there could have been trimmed down a little, but I actually have an outline similar to this. So when that at the end when something gets revealed, I'm like, oh fuck, can't do that, but that's cool. I'm glad someone did it. So yeah, I fucking love this movie. Jim Cummings, you're the man, and I am looking forward to checking out your work, past work, and your future work. Thank you, Dan.
Well, first off, I want to say last film of Robert Forster, who is
that's right.
Oh, I mean, so many. Alligator, Vigilante, Jackie Brown, Breaking Bad. I mean, that guy's just done so much. And Yeah, he will be missed. So many great movie memories. So I will say going in, probably a lot of people picking this up might have different expectations than what it is. You guys were saying, like very dry, dark comedy is probably your best way to think about this one going in, rather than just a balls
Werewolf.
out werewolf type movie, where I think you might be disappointed. But having said that, just judging it for what it is, I mean, it is very unique. Um, it made me laugh. It didn't make me laugh my ass off. Like it is very dry. I don't know if it connected quite as hard for me as you guys, but Jim Cummings is very talented. That's not always a good sign, seeing like somebody that's attached to like everything in the entire movie. But he held me, he kept my interest. The ending, it was fine. It does drag a little ass towards the end. It could be neatened up a little bit, I think, but great actors, unique. But this one will split some people. Like I said, don't go in expecting Dog Soldiers or
That
something
is
like
such a
that.
good movie.
It is, yes, it is, and I can see a lot of people like that maybe wanted more of that. But our glimpses of the werewolf, very cool. And some of you may have mixed feelings about it towards the end. It's just one of those ones you just got to check out. What can I say? Any closing thoughts before we rate this one?
Nope.
Let's just rate it.
All right. What say you, Kruger?
I'm a 4 out of 5. It would have got a better rating if I didn't dislike the ending so much, and maybe if they would have turned up the gore a little bit. Because I mean, there was gory parts, but I want a little bit more. So, Pugs,
Dude, fucking serial killer werewolf type thing going on. I am a 5. And I heard it from the grapevine that Todd is a 3. And I'll explain my 5 later, because I can do it right now. It just hits every mark that I like: dark humor, dry humor, and some kills. I'm all in. I can't wait to watch this again. I'm shocked how much I do like this or love this movie. And it's nothing but praise. I want a T-shirt. I want a toy. I want it all. What about you, Mr. Dan?
what the fuck is going on?
I'm not sure what happened. There he is.
I'm back. Okay, I'm sorry. Technical difficulty. But you see me now. All right. So I give this one a 3.5. It's not a classic for me, but I did enjoy it, and it is unique.
Were you able to hear my rating?
I was not.
Okay, I gave it a 5.
Oh, okay.
I fucking loved it. So.
Yeah, this one is it's another one that's it's gonna go different ways for people. I was like, this one's gonna have a lot of different ratings, I think.
Yeah, Todd's a 3, you're a 3.5. I'm a fucking 4, and he's a 5. That's pretty.
It's still on the higher spectrum. But
yeah, I had no idea. I actually didn't think you'd like it as much, Kruger. I was just
caught me on a good day, and I'm an alcoholic. So
I had a smile on my face the entire time. I did not expect the movie to be like that, and that also helped.
The acting's very good. Yeah. So, and hey, at the end of the day, you might prefer it that it's not just a standard werewolf story, because there's plenty of that out there and a lot of bad ones. So yeah. All right. So we'll get into our third and final film of the evening, although we will be talking spoilers later on. So this one is The Dark and the Wicked from writer-director Brian Bertino. And this one...
And what did he do? The Strangers.
Oh, yes. The original Strangers. And yes. I have to ask you about the sequel sometimes, because I don't think you were on that show way back when. All right. So this one, on a secluded farm in a nondescript rural town, a man is slowly dying. His family gathers to mourn, and soon a darkness grows, marked by waking nightmares and a growing sense that something evil is taking over the family. All right. Dark and the Wicked. What did you think, Kruger?
Well, I really like this director, so I was pretty excited for this. Let me just first go off by saying the movie looks damn good. Like it has really, really good cinematography. There's some awesome shots, and he shot the shit out of this film. Especially for it being, primarily a one location film. He did a lot with, different things he did with the cinematography. Right away, the opening scene where you see an entity coming into the farm, creeping in between the animals, had me so intrigued because it happened literally like that. Like you had to
Blink and you
see it
miss.
for literally fucking a millisecond. And I was like, oh shit, where are we gonna go? And then all of a sudden, a monkey wrench gets thrown into the story real fucking fast. The estranged brother and sister, Michael and Louise, trying to take care of their parents, I fell for them. They're kind of thrown right into the worst situation possible. And we're kind of learning everything we know about them through all the tragedy going on around them. And I thought that was an interesting perspective. And both actors played off each other really well and gave great performances. Also, a nice little tidbit about how Michael and his family were non-religious, and yeah, his name is Michael, and how that ties into the religious aspect of this film. Um, there's some ridiculously creepy fucking scenes in here. When like Luis is like reading her mother's diary and finding out about her cross collection when she didn't even go to church. Little tidbits like that, along with the hallucinations we got, I felt were extremely strong. We also get a call back to old Nightmare on Elm Street Tina kill that I dug. Um, Along with that, we get some cool makeup effects with practical gore and some solid kills and scares that all look great. And like I said, seemed almost all practical. The final act of this movie is super strong. There's something that happens that makes you just go, oh, fuck, while also giving you this feeling of just complete hopelessness and dread. And quite frankly, a really satisfying result at the end. I haven't seen religious horror done this right in a while. And I'm definitely interested to see what director Brian Bertano is going to offer in the future, because honestly, I've liked everything he's done. The Stranger's obviously a classic. I actually liked this movie Mockingbird. His little creature feature monster back in 2006 I thought was pretty good too, and I think he's got a new classic here. There's one small thing that didn't appease me, and I'll explain the spoilers why I can't go higher with my rating because I didn't get that. But man, this was really close to a fucking 5, and I highly recommend this film for people that enjoy religious horror, because this is it done right in, like, I think every sense of the form.
Okay. What do you think, Pugs?
I am a gigantic fan of The Strangers, and it's going to continue. This dude knocked it out of the park. I don't really get scared in movies. I'm not saying I got scared in this one, but I'm aware of how scary this movie actually is. It is it takes its time. Like the first and second act are fucking all set up. All the fucking, not all the horror, but most of the horror takes place in the third, and like they set us up, and then they set us up, then they fucked us up. This movie's awesome. I really don't have much to say until we get to spoilers. But this, yeah, more people need to be talking about this. Also, we've had this cram session that we're having, fucking awesome.
Yeah,
fucking spread this out throughout the year so I can have more time to process, because this one's important. I fucking dig it. So, what about you, Dan?
Yeah, this movie is, I mean, perfect, just about perfect. It pure nightmarish mood from beginning to end, and it gets fucked up. It really does. It's just such an intense experience. dare I say it's better than The Strangers. That's how much I love this movie.
I won't go that far myself.
It's a tough
Yeah,
one,
I'm not
but
gonna go that far.
it's a tough one. But this movie, definitely one of the best of the year, and Xander Berkeley pops up, always excellent there. And another one tugs at the heartstrings at times towards the end. I mean, there's some pretty rough moments and twists and turns, and I love the setting too. I mean, just rural horror, folk horror. There's something about it nowadays. Like, just get it out of the modern. Well, I mean, it is the modern world, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, this one, I've got a lot to say about it in the spoiler section, but don't deprive yourself of seeing this at all, because I think I want to say it's his best movie. I'm just going to go there. I think it's his best movie. And it's not just all psychological too. Like, there are some moments of pretty shocking violence in this one as well. And yeah, highest recommendation. We'll go ahead and rate it again. We will be talking though more about this one later. 0 to 5 as always. Kruger, what did you think of Dark and the Wicked? What are you going to give it?
I really wanted to give it a 5, but I just fucking can't, man. It's a 4.5 for me. Like I said, I'll talk about in the spoilers what could have made it a 5, but 4.5. Definitely excited to see what else this fantastic director does, but not as good as The Strangers.
For me, it was an easy fucking number. This is a 5. Yeah, it's gonna stick with me on a more viewings. I don't think it'll go down, but for you, Kruger, maybe it'll even go up, because this movie is smart, and it's fucking scary. I cannot recommend this enough. 5.
Oh yeah, I mean, just some of the looking out the door and the floating, and I mean, it's good. I'm a 5 as well. Finishing 2020 strong. Check it out, The Dark and the Wicked. All right. Goddamn. Well, we got through those pretty fast. I was gonna say we get to go to spoilers right away, but first, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. It all starts at just $1. We have some uncensored stuff on there. It's how you get to see our Black Christmas 2019 commentary, which is
really the only way to watch that movie.
The only way to watch that show. It's on Patreon.
And, that's right. It's also the only way to watch that show.
Yes. So if you want to see us on there, go for it. Lots of exclusive stuff on there, so check it out. Also, fleshwoundfeatures.com. Check out the eBay stores, and like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube, because we're still under a year on YouTube, so we're new and we appreciate it very much. So on that note, we will get into our spoiler talk segment. If you don't wish for these to be spoiled, then you don't. You can always pick up where you left off later. So, all right, I guess we'll go in order here. Anything for Jackson was first. So, spoilers on Anything for Jackson, gentlemen.
Shit, I was ready to talk about fucking The Dark and the Wicked. I forgot.
Oh, we can go out of order.
No. Let's do that in order. That's cool. I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about, Dan? All right, Anything for Jackson. Kruger, you want to start?
Oh, well, just fucking the scene where Henry's in the bed and he sees the fucking ghost flossing her teeth out of her gums and shit. That scene was fantastic, and that was a great little practical effect on the mouth. Also, the scare with Troy James playing the contorting corpse with the bag over his head.
Clearly lost to Schlack. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Fucking I love the way he was just crawling. Dude, he kills it every time he's on screen. He's the best fucking effect ever. I like if I ever make a movie, I gotta have him in it. And fucking also like the way he crawled on top of Shannon and then bit her fucking belly.
Oh yeah.
That shit was fucking like, holy shit, he just bit this pregnant bitch's belly.
We've all been there.
Also, holy shit, when the snow shoveler fucking commits suicide, sticking his head in that machine, and then blood just gets splattered all over the house, and then Henry's got to clean that shit up, and he's like, fuck. You know, like, also, the cop that commits suicide in the house because the demon possesses her, and then it just happens over and over and over again. That was so fucking good. And then the very ending, when everything goes insane, you find out Ginger Dude Ian fucking killed his mom and fucking is, crazy in the middle of him helping Audrey and fucking Henry finish the ritual, and Ghost Galore start going crazy. Fucking pregnant demon pops out with fucking horns on its head and face, and just like fucking that shit goes popping out of Henry. Meanwhile, our main protagonist finally is getting away through all the insanity until the pregnant demon monster pops out out of the woods in front of the car, which has to be probably the scariest thing I've seen all year. Straight up, that scene had sent a chill down my spine because it was just walking and it fucking stops and turns around and she's fucked. But man, did I want to see that fucking pregnant fucking chick get the baby ripped out by that demon at the end. Like, that's what I wanted so bad. I wanted the demon to attack the car like VHS style or some shit. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Bigger to fry at that point.
Like, that's what I was really, really wanting at the end. And like, it didn't give in, it left it open-ended. But, I'm sure the demon fucking got her, the pregnant demon, whatever the fuck, got her baby eventually. I just really wanted to see it. And I think that would have been like what set me over the top and gave this a 5 and called it a masterpiece.
Nice. Yeah, my main gripe was the what's the junior guy's name? Ian? Like, he kind of disappears for a while. I'm like, if you're gonna be that big of a linchpin, you kind of got to be there a little bit more. And also, he was fucking fun. Yeah. I liked him. He was the only serious Satanist person there. But yeah, the meeting, fucking amazing. I love that. Oh, and this old people learning Satanism and reading from like the Necronomicon, that's just too cute. I fucking love that.
It balanced that perfect though, because this really could have slid maybe a little bit too far into comedic territory, and it doesn't. Like, everything, I mean, like I said, it's still a savage horror movie.
And the opening when fucking granddad is just dragging this screaming pregnant lady in the house. I was like, whoa.
I like the screen test outside too. I thought that was like, you're good. They really like Dextered that shit out. They made sure they covered their bases. But yeah, and like really fucking sad too. I mean, when you hear about the daughter and how that all went down, and I thought that was really cool when he explained why he didn't, bring her back, because like she couldn't, she just have to live with this for all eternity.
that fucking when she kills herself down the stairs, like, jeez.
Yes. Oh yeah, and great villains though too, because I mean, like, I love the scene where he just kind of cuts her off. Essentially, it's like, I'm not.
Like, I made a deal with the devil. I'm not. The fuck.
You're not gonna, appeal to my, humanity or anything. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it for Jackson, as the title says, and
and his wife, because he loves the fuck out of her, and you can just tell.
Yeah, well, really, probably the wife more than anything, because I mean, you do kind of get this sense that it's really more for her. Like, he just didn't want to lose her.
It's yes, dear.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's a creepy looking dude. No time to like.
What love will get you? A fucking demon ripping out of your back.
Yes, and I find that very true in my own dating life. So.
Of course you do, Emo
I'm
Dan.
Emo Dan. I'm happy tonight.
For now.
2020 is
over. Go pray to the pregnant demon. All right, so fucking off to The Wolf of Snow Hollow. So I just gotta say, the fact that the first kill, girl's pussy lips or her whole vag is just missing, like that's fucking definitely a way to get my attention. I did kind of wish we would have saw it though. That would have been a little bit cooler. Like if it would have been like splattered on like somebody's fucking windshield, like House of Jack built style.
I'm wondering
instead of with
in his taxidermy room if it's there somewhere. It's got to be.
Yeah, right. I didn't really like the ending though. Like it was clever, but like I wasn't a fan of like us seeing things that weren't really there. You know what I mean? Because like you acts like the werewolf is there, you know, actual thing in the movie, and you know we see scenes where it's a fucking werewolf. It's not a dude in a suit. So if you were gonna go the stance of having a dude in the suit, I would have wished they wouldn't have showed the werewolf so much looking like a fucking werewolf. I would have wished they would have like had it just glimpses of it, maybe. So like I was, you know, you couldn't tell it was a man or a werewolf. You know what I mean? I think that's just one thing I would have done a little bit differently, rather than, you know, just have, you know, a really cool, badass, howling looking werewolf through, you know, most of the film, and then we find out, oh, that wasn't real at the end. That's kind of what bothered me the most. Even though I love the twist, I just I just think they should have went about it differently when showing the actual werewolf on screen. Then make it more mysterious to where like I can go back and watch and be like, oh no, that actually is a guy. Fuck. Even though I thought it was a werewolf. That would have been a little bit more clever if they tricked us or something like that.
My head canon is this dude's such a psychopath that he keeps like, I don't know, a little portable radio that has that sound so he gets in the mood. Like he's crazy and I want to be a werewolf. So that's what I took from it. Like when he does slam into the car, that is kind of hard to believe. But then when he stands straight up, like, okay, you're kind of big. You're also lanky. So I don't know if you can really move a car. But again, you may be skinny strong. I don't know. But the fact that he just dresses he's a serial killer that dresses up as a werewolf. So he's like Buffalo Bill, but not being a girl. I want to be a werewolf. And they did that in Hannibal. And I had that written like a long time ago. But again, they did it far more clever here and far more funny. Yeah, it just borrowed from Silence of the Lambs so well that I fucking love it. And again, smile the whole time. I fucking love that movie. And they just keep feeding us these characters. Like, we know just enough to care a little bit about them, and then boom, we're going to take them out. Fucking love it.
Yeah. No, it's that's what I kind of figured with you, Kruger. I was like, it's not a werewolf movie. I don't think he'll like it. So I was surprised. I mean, because
no, I liked it way more than I thought I was going to. But I mean, they kind of went hard. I mean, ripping pussy lips off, killing babies, fucking. I mean, they did a good job of keeping my interest. I wish shit was more graphic, but you know that's a common complaint for me. I just wish everything was gory, Mortal Kombat style. So
fuck yeah, dude! When they return the rattle to the grandmother, oh fuck, that was hard. And he just slams
it tosses it back at her. Fucking bitch.
Well, at least it wasn't the pussy left. I mean, well, there's not much left to bury.
I'm telling you, missed the opportunity without having those on the windshield. Like I said, House of Jack built style with the titties.
I'm gonna watch this as soon as I can. I'm hoping like when we go into the room, like maybe those pussy lips are there. We'll see.
All you got to do is after the plague's done, just ride with Todd. I'm sure he's gonna have him. He's still mad at that movie for ripping him off. But yeah, no, that one's just gonna have mixed opinions. I haven't really looked at reviews for it, but yeah, that one's gonna have mixed opinions. So all right, so Dark and the Wicked. Let's talk spoilers on that one. Man, the floating mom. That was so cool. This movie hit every fucking note for me. But what spoilers did you?
Yeah, the float. Oh no, you were talking about the floating mom. Yeah. I was totally getting Evil Dead vibes from her. like Harrietta, the one that's the witch in the basement. I was totally like getting her vibes when she's floating around because she kind of does the same shit. The finger chopping scene, like I know that's kind of like every movie goes to that, but I mean this bitch went to a whole nother level. I mean, chopped them shits into mince chop fingers. Also the shower scene with the dad just staring at his daughter and then pissing himself. That was fucking creepy.
Yeah.
And then, like, when he's shaking his head around, he looks like Jacob's Ladder type stuff, right there. And then, the shotgun to the face on the preacher, that looked really good. Like, you could tell it was practical and maybe had, like, a little bit of, like, CGI enhancement in it, but, like, not. You could tell the main thing was practical and it wasn't just a whole CGI thing. And that was a great scene. Also with, the makeup of the daughter that's in front of him cutting herself, like that just was an awesome scene. Then that cattle mutilation scene, man, with a poor fucking goat is running with only 3 legs and shit. And, you come back and fucking see all those goats just dead. And then they're having to throw it in the giant fire pit. Like, I was like so fucked. He's just tossing them motherfuckers in there. And then, also the nurse standing, stabbing herself to death with sewing needles in the eyes and the cheeks. And then, but like, fuck, man, when Michael hallucinates that all his family's dead, and then, you see his daughter's throats are slit. Their fucking blood's dripping down onto the little sneakers. His wife's on the floor, her throat's slit. And he says, I'm not going to live anymore, and slits his own throat. And then it pulls a mist on you, man. Like, that was the same shit the mist did. And it pulls the mist on you. He looks up and he's like, oh my God, I hallucinated. My family's dead. Oh, wait, I already cut my throat.
TFB,
oh, I'm fucked. And then the fucking family comes in right as he's fucking dead. Like, god damn.
And then, what he gets for being a coward and bailing on his sister. Like, you guys had shit to deal with.
Yeah.
No, that was I was kind of like, I really don't give a shit. I just hope she's okay. But I'm just, I was happy they went hard in that scene. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to go down as one of the craziest scenes all year. You know what I mean? Like, definitely fucking glad they didn't pussyfoot around. Like I said, dude, make the shocking scenes shocking. They need to be.
It helped and that the room was all white. I love that too. Just makes it stand out more.
Yeah. And like the one
just take her.
What if you were the brother?
Yeah, like just get the fuck out of here. Like if I have to just knock you out and drive you somewhere. Yeah, I don't know.
So fuck your dad.
Oh well, yeah. I don't know. I think it was too far gone at that point, though. You know what I mean? You have to cut your losses.
Wow. All right.
I mean, they were.
Sorry, Dad.
I mean, I'm glad they even like visited that. That idea though. They're like, why can't we just take Dad out of here? And they explain, well, he probably won't make it out of here, motherfucker. And we're not going to let you kill him. So. Like it was smart, you know what I mean? The one thing that bothered me, like, don't get me wrong, I think it's very cool that we only see the devil in this movie, like at the very beginning and the very end, and he's a small glimpse of him, right, a millisecond. But I just would have made it just tiny bit longer so I could get a good look, because like I could have put this on Exorcist level for me. But because like I was just thinking, in The Exorcist, that's like the best religion horror film of all time, and you get that good look of Pazuzu in that one vision, and like that shit, that's what kind of put me over the moon, and that's what I was hoping for in this movie. That maybe we just got like one good look at him. I didn't want any more than like a second, but we got like 2 milliseconds, so that was my only little complaint. Still though, fucking really cool, and I hope like it goes out online what the devil actually looks like in this film, because I'm interested to see it.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, guys, check out these movies. I forgot to say I wanted to see anything for Jackson have a end credit where you just had the cop pop out and just go, "That's all, folks," and just like blow her head out again.
I
That one needed an Easter egg. Like that'd be funny, but yeah.
Dude, all these movies were fucking awesome though, and again, this cram session has been fantastic. I'm like, just spread it out throughout the whole year so we have more time to digest it and process. Because with our top list coming up, this is fucking hard now.
Very hard. Yeah, no. For the year that basically everything stood still, there were a lot of fucking cool horror movies that came out. So
yeah, horror did not stand still.
It did not.
Thankfully, something positive came out of this stupid ass year. But right on, fuck yeah.
There you go. So on that note, OJ, if you don't have any closing thoughts,
hello to the world.
I should ask. You don't want to get on his bad side. So I think that's all we have for you this evening. And yeah, I guess. So
again, follow us on Patreon. Oh yeah, any final thoughts, Jerry Springer? Be good.
I don't.
We did it already.
If you're gonna summon the devil, plan it out a little bit more. That's a good way to do it. Yeah. So,
perfect.
Yeah. So don't kick the salt line. You got to keep that.
That's important too. So like, share, subscribe, follow us across all the social media bullshits. Check out our Patreon, and we wish you a happy new year.
Yes.
Todd was found innocent, so he'll be back anytime now. So everyone, say good night.
Good night.
The glove didn't fit.
She had to come in.